Yeah, you can load them in. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amsterdam Talk Season 3, Episode 10. This is one of the special episodes because this is the annual Halloween show. So if you remember from last year, we did an hour last day, go right there. We did an hour show last year of just telling you horrible dating stories, what we call I Be Damn, what we do at the end of every show. But this is just a special. So we do I Be Damned for the Halloween show. And I got two special guests with me so they can actually give your reviews about the dates. So first up, we got Will of Fresh back. Remember last time we talked to Will of Fresh, he was getting stabbed with a rusty fish knife down in
No,
Memphis.
no. I was getting stuck up with a rusty fish knife, and he was calling me nephew, like I knew him or something.
Like
Yeah.
not nephew with the. We heard about nephew. He briefly told me about nephew with the rusty knife. I was like, oh Lord, oh.
Yeah, because I'm a traveling tech, so I was in Memphis just visiting because I went to go get some of those cookies where rest in peace Young Dolph got shot. And then it's like dude came up to me out of the blue. He was like, nephew, can I get some change? I'm like, nigga, I don't know you, leave me alone. And so he's like following me back to my car, and then he's sticking me up with a rusty fish knife, like trying to get some money out of me by still calling me nephew as if he knew me. So yeah.
So we're happy to have. I'm happy that you know nephew didn't get shaken out that day. So
yeah. Thank the Lord for that. Hopefully, I never run into him ever.
You're gonna be like, there go nephew right there.
Yeah. I know you.
Don't I know you from somewhere, nephew? Nah, not me. No.
Yeah.
Oh man. But we've been seeing you've been traveling, Will, that you just came from Buffalo.
Yeah, I was in Buffalo. Because I did. So I'm in Rochester and I'm getting ready to leave. But two guys, shout out to All Over Podcasts, Zion and Storm. We did a podcast that will be on season 2 in a couple months, and we were just hanging out because we always talk. And so I'm like, I'm here in Buffalo. What's going on? And we linked up. So it was a great time. I'll never ever go back to Buffalo, but it's nice. It was nice.
I went to Buffalo myself probably about 3 years ago, and I went down to Griselda. Shout out to Griselda Records, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Conway. I went down their hood, and when I say this shit was wild down there, like I'm listening to their rap music, and I'm like, you niggas hustled in front of a church.
Yeah.
And then to realize a couple weeks ago, I didn't know these niggas had a real live gator in the hood. They had a real Benny the Butcher tweeted like it's true. We had a gator and his name was Tupac.
Wow.
Not a gator. And in Boston,
No, in Buffalo.
Oh, in Buffalo, but not like in Orlando, not like in Florida. Like
no, these niggas had a gator in the hood in Buffalo. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there and I almost felt like I was back home in Detroit, but Buffalo was a little bit smaller than Detroit. So I was like, this is a homecoming, but this shit sucks. I need to leave. But I will say this. I did go to the tops, to where all those people, they were life taken. And it felt somber, I want to say, because it never should have happened. But then it was like I felt so good because I got to pay my respects to those who were lost, who were falling. And then it's just like it was like nothing happened. Yes, there's little memorials here and there, but still it's just so sad at the same point. It really is.
Right. And plus Buffalo seems like it's a gloomy ass city. When I was there, it was just like all dark and dreary, like every day. But we haven't forgot about our second guest. This is a very, very, very good dear friend of mine. We go way back. You can catch her on Broadway. You can catch her all over your tube in every commercial. You can catch her on HBO with Michael Che. And you're everywhere. When this is my good. I'm laying in the bed 2:00 in the morning. Netta's on TV selling donuts. Like, what the hell is going on 2:00 in the morning? She's in every commercial though, and I've known Netta for a very, very, very long time, and I'm very proud of her and the way she's accomplished of everything she's done. So, introduce yourself, Ronetta.
Hey fam, I've been in some of those things he's mentioned, some of them. Oh, but yeah, I'm Renetta Renee. Yeah, I'm an actress, writer, director. Known this guy, Rod, forever. It seems like now it's like, dang. Well, how long has it been? It's been a minute. Like
It,
so, dear friend. We went to school together, and ever since we still doing the same thing we were doing back then for the most part. So, you know.
it, I don't. It's been about 20 years now.
Now I wasn't gonna say it's been to see now you violate like you're not supposed to
Shots
put a number
fired.
to it, man.
Shots fired.
Yeah, it's about 20 years since we met on the campus of UMES. It's been about 20
Yeah.
years or so.
Look,
So
I've been like, you can lie to yourself for a while, but we had our 20-year high school reunion. I was like, well, I guess I can't run from this. I guess it's real. It got real, like real quick. But it was
hey,
amazing. And just to like look where everybody is, like, I've been following your journey as well. So, like, I love what you're doing with the podcast. So, like, I'm excited. And like I said, I just when Rob was just running around campus hosting his own show back then, I was running around running my mouth, being an actress, being a host, hosting shows. Like, we're literally doing, I'm so thankful for that experience because it gave me the outlet to kind of, explore my passion. So I'm happy to be here.
Damn, I went to the wrong college then.
well, we went to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. That's where we went at.
I don't know how I ended up there, but I did. Some things are just like destined, So like one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna forget Howard. I'm gonna just go to Eastern Shore for some reason.
Well, since we telling horror stories, I know how I ended up at Eastern Shore chasing some girl. That's how I ended up there. I was going to a completely another college. I was getting ready to go to Virginia State. So she was like, I'm going to Eastern Shore. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go too. Point is, we went there. She went there for a semester. She went home. And the rest is history.
And you just, you looked up like, well, how I get down here with the phones?
Wow.
Yeah, waking up every day, smelling
chasing
perfume.
after some booty. Right, that's how I go.
Gotta do it.
Yep, always
Gotta
chase
do
it.
it every time.
Yeah, she went there for one semester, and I came home and seen her over that summer. She was pregnant. Now she got like 3 kids or something like that. I think they teenagers now. Can't remember, but
see how the setup was. See, I go put it in your path because we had you to link with the right. See it be the setup. It's the setup.
Yeah, it was the setup. I got the degree. I mean, I figured it out some type of way. I wasn't. Hey, listen, you left, but it was. I said I had to stay. It was too many opportunities down there. It was just, and plus you couldn't get enough of that damn funky ass chicken smell every morning.
It was not the chicken smell.
It was just something you just couldn't get rid of. It was just a blessing just to go there.
Wow.
So that's just how that went. That's how much that went. But since y'all here, y'all already hear some of the craziest shit in the world, and I want y'all to respond to them. So you already put it up, brother, for real. I'll be damned. This first one comes from. See, this is a different thing. I got white people this week.
Okay.
So this makes it different. So
you're allowed to find chickens and ducks and all that shit.
Yeah, you're allowed to see somebody get killed on this shit. If y'all watch the promo, in the bar, the girl got killed at the end. So it's like all types of shit happened. But this one takes place in Cleveland, Ohio. I had a lot of terrible dates, including someone picking me up with their mother and having her attend the date. By the worst by far, when I was 19, I went to this guy's house who had alluded that he lived alone. We were going to go swimming, then go out for lunch. I showed up, and it becomes apparent it's his parents' house, and they were currently not home. Okay, kind of weird, but no big deal. We're having a beer, getting to know one another. When out of the blue, he insists that he show me something in his bedroom. I say something along the lines of nice try, but I'm not going into your bedroom, so you can try to put the moves on me. He continues to insist that it's actually really cool and I have to see it. I'm visibly annoyed, but I follow him anyway. We get in there in 3 seconds flat. This guy completely gets naked while I'm standing there dumbfounded. To this day, I've never seen someone undress so quickly. He's standing there like this, his grand reveal, expecting me to throw myself on him or something. I tell him I remembered, I forgot to do something and need to go home, and basically run back downstairs while he's chasing me trying to get dressed and follows me outside. I booked to my car and left hella fast. Dude then proceeded to call me every week for 1.5 years, leaving me creepy voicemails, how he hopes I'm not hanging out with other guys, and how he misses me.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Oh,
Ma'am,
wow.
first of all,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
ma'am, what did you think he was going to show you up in that bedroom, ma'am? I'm just curious what it could have been other than.
I don't
I'm
know.
just, ma'am, you knew what was up, ma'am.
Like, to me, it almost sounds like he was trying to take a page out of Jeffrey Dahmer's book.
I hope not.
I know.
Could have been, but see, Jeffrey was paying the $50.
Yeah.
And
he understood you had to pay to play. Like he understood the process.
Right. And so, just the $50, you understand the process today. They say $40. I'm like, damn, this was the 90s. And Jeff was giving 50 out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. and he got a drink too. So
not the drink too. Look.
Yep.
He was ready. He had you look. I'm sitting there like, but also let me think about it. So the guy. So listen, I feel like she was with it. She was with the shits for real. But I think he just, because he was at his parents' house, they probably was on their way back by a certain time, and he had to push the timeline up. And see, with a woman, you got to still, if they would to get down, you still got to take your time. You can't be just jumping in like head first. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was doing too much because she came, she even went to the room. I feel like she might have been down with the get down, but he was just doing too much too fast. That's what I know.
He had to jump in first. He had to get that pussy because he wanted to get it over and done with. And then he wanted her to get out. Yeah. They're just gonna screw up the whole play. You gotta understand, and I can say this from a man. Like, if you try to get with a woman in your parents' house, it's in and out. There ain't no playing around.
No, and Will is right. There's no playing around because dad more lenient. He'll let you finish. Moms ain't with that shit. She's like, you get the fuck out my house. So like, dad is more lenient with it. Be like, yo, hurry up and finish before your mother come up here.
Oh my God, Derek, what are you doing? I can't believe you bringing this hussy in my house.
And young lady, what you doing? You ought to have some proof about yourself.
I want to know your parents' name right now.
Right.
Like, now I'm grown. I don't care. Like,
yeah.
That dad probably came in and was like, he came in, he said, I smell ass in the air. Honey, you want to go get some ice cream or something? Try to take her around the block real quick.
Let me hit that real quick. Come on, girl. Give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah, the new age dads, that's what they definitely would have did, came in. Let me get a piece of that. Where's her mother at, son? She got a mother, she got a sister.
What about your grandmama?
What about your grandmother?
Yeah. So yeah, that was that one. So now we got some more white people from Laguna, California.
Laguna, California.
Yeah, and this has to deal with gastrointestinal torture.
Nice.
So she says, in the cool night air with only my date's car shielding me from the freeway, I had to relieve myself to end my gastrointestinal torture. I got sick from the food we ate at a restaurant. It did not agree with my stomach. On the freeway, on the way home, I just couldn't hold it anymore. My date kindly and quickly pulled off the road on an on-ramp, and I jumped out. It was the desert terrain, no bushes, in the cool night air with only my date's car shielding me from the freeway. I had to relieve myself to end my gastrointestinal torture. When I was done, no toilet paper. My date went to his trunk and retrieved one of his custom-tailored white French cuffs suit shirts that was supposed to be dropped off at the cleaners the next morning. He donated the shirt to my cause. We left the shirt by the side of the road. By the way, although totally embarrassed and humiliated, I got back in the car. Not only did my date handle the entire situation with compassion, although he still calls me Freeway, he took me back to the restaurant and raised a little hell about the incident their food had just created. We not only continue to date, we married and just celebrated 17 years in April, and he still calls me Freeway.
Oh, baby.
Okay. 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 So she had gas problems, not him.
Right,
Is
yeah.
my understanding?
She took a shit on the side of the road.
Okay. All right. Man,
that was the nice way of saying bubbly guts. You know, we say I had the bubble guts, I had the shot.
Man,
the bubbly. Nah.
That must have been some good ass that night because he blew that out. What the fuck did they have?
Nice and clear, you know.
Did they have bad Chinese or something?
Yeah, I don't know. They went back. He went back to the restaurant and cussed the people out. I'm like, how? Like, why did you do that? Because she had to go shit. Like, but I give it to him for being a gentleman because he gave her a custom tail. In the first two words, custom tailored. That shit ain't cheap. A custom tailored white French cuff suit shirt that he was supposed to take to the cleaners that he let her wipe her ass with and leave it on the side of the road in the desert terrain.
It's either he dropping her off and never speaking to her after that, or it's holy matrimony. Like, it's no in between at that point. It's either, ma'am, I ain't never speaking to you again, or it's forever. Because at that point, like, he was all in.
Then she must have pulled a Robert Gibbons on him where she just showed up in a shirt and that's it. So
I mean, I've been on some dates with girls where scared to fuck, but she took it to a whole nother level. She just shit it outside.
Yeah, look, when them bubbly guts, y'all ever been driving and got the bubbly guts? Then you be
always.
Yeah.
Hey,
like that is the worst feeling ever. And just look, I almost ain't make it one time, okay? I'm gonna say almost. Because I'm gonna say almost.
Listen, you get to that point when you drive and you don't know if it's a fart or a shark. You gotta figure it out.
But I done been there.
Like I was talking to my guy No Cut Card the other day. We from Baltimore. If you ain't never took a shit outside, we don't think you from Baltimore.
Yeah, that's just a rite of passage now.
Shit. I pulled over on some of the wildest blocks and said,
"Wow,
go."
Wow, that's your past. You got to shit outside to be from B-more. I ain't never heard that. Never.
I never.
Listen, it's two things that me and No Cut Card always joke people about. You from Baltimore, you took a shit outside, or you done fucked a crackhead. It's either or.
When did they release these criteria?
That's what I want to know. Because I know a couple people from B-more, and I ain't never heard this shit ever. Like, ever. And I lived in Delaware for 3 years, so I ain't never heard this.
What neighborhood you grew up in,
Ron? I grew up down the hill.
So you mean to tell me you didn't took a shit outside and fucked a crackhead?
Never fucked a crackhead, but I have took a shit outside. And I can tell you where I was at. If you,
I know, don't share with us. We don't want to know where you took a shit at.
No, people. If you from Baltimore, you know where the old Memorial Stadium met. I was driving through there, and I had to jump out behind the bushes. It's now it's a YMCA old folks home, but it was still a stadium when it was. This wasn't
exactly Black Marvel. Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't. I don't know. They have it as a storyline on the wire. I don't know.
Hey. Well, you got us. Is the storyline was in We Own the City when they was up at the Gold Club messing with when they had the midget at the Gold Club.
Yep. You're right.
You know what?
But still, who's taking the shit and say I'm from Baltimore? Like.
Because the wire was from West Baltimore. Yes, I'm from East Baltimore.
That's true. So that's the east. So that's the east side criteria. See, I never went past the Shoe City. You know, I was just above down the hill. I was at the top of the hill, so I wasn't allowed to go no further. And thank God, I might have stepped into some shit.
It was rough. I mean, you know, that's why you keep napkins in your car. But anyway,
that's a fact. Now, I didn't have some close brushes though. I guess I chose the latter.
Hand sanitizer not only for COVID. So now we're gonna swing. This is real short. We're gonna swing this down to Miami, Florida. These are actually Latino people. I took a girl out to dinner and we ended up at one of her friends' parties. I realized pretty quickly this was no regular party. It was a swingers party. I sort of had fun, but I'm like, it was a swingers party, so I didn't stick around long. I liked the girl enough to go out with her again, hoping the swingers thing was just a fluke. but she took me right back to the swingers party on date number 2.
She's
That's
like,
how I
you
ended
gonna
it.
get down with this swing now.
Mm,
You
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
You know,
That
I want to say this. I did an interview at a swingers club in Phoenix, Arizona, a couple months back, and it's kind of like to be a male to get in, you got to be vetted by somebody else. So apparently, he got vetted, and he was just all for it. Because once you get in there, it's like free for all, from my understanding and my visuals that I see. So
So hold up. But you said when you went to the swingers club that you had the lady in there trying to talk you out your drawers.
yes, I did, but I stayed in them because she was not a looker. She really wasn't.
you gotta be careful how you, I guess, your first swing, because is it like the way, they say you gotta be careful with the first roll you take, because you gotta be careful with the first swing you hook up with, because then everything does it matter? Is that like a
You know what? All I can say is that lady was looking like my grandmother, and I was just not interested.
because you keep calling her a lady with reverence. Lady,
Yeah,
like,
because
out
that's just I'm trying to be nice with it. I'm really am. So
no, because you would have been like, this ugly chick tried to,
all
but
right, fine. Like this ugly bitch, she really tried to get up on these nuts.
no,
Really,
you
she
said
really
it
did.
right, because
No,
it puts it in perspective. She was somebody's grandma trying to talk this young man out of his drawers, then that's what it was.
yeah, I didn't want them draws. They look nasty. So.
Bloomers. She had them bloomers going on.
She didn't have nothing on. That's the thing. They were walking around butt ass naked. So
Well, I guess it was a swingers party.
yeah. Think about that. There were no bloomers.
Yeah. Oh man.
You the only
This
one
is
that had the bloomers on, or you ain't had the bloomers on either.
No, I have clothes on. I wasn't trying to go out like that.
You're working. You're being professional.
Yes, I
Well,
was
I
working.
understand as far as the guy though. Like, I feel like most guys would be at least curious about it. You know what I mean? Like, to go, but he was like, he didn't want to continue coming back. It's like, not, but
no. You just said she took him right back. So obviously she was ready to do something. She was ready to expose him to something new, and he just
and he
wasn't
went
with
with
it.
it. He just wasn't
Right.
quite. Well, good for him for hanging on to his,
But
drawers.
but I feel like that's something you should tell me, like, before we even get. It's like that episode of Martin when they just showed up at the house, and they showed up at the swingers party, but Tommy was ready to get down with it.
Yo, hey yo,
Martin was trying to leave. Tommy was ready for whatever in there.
getting there. Tommy came back. She was riding his back and everything.
Yeah.
Hey yo, I forgot
What
about
he
that
tell him?
episode.
Martin was like, "Man, we gotta go. We just got here."
Tommy was with all the
with
shit.
it. He was with it. He was with it.
He was with the shits.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So we got another short one. This from the city in Manhattan right here.
Okay,
On our first date at a coffee shop, the guy picked up my foot. I was wearing cute sandals. He rubbed my foot for a second. I was like, what the fuck? Then he put all of my toes in his mouth at the table in the coffee shop on the first date.
No, sir. No, sir. But it's New York. Like, I probably could have been sitting right next to them. Like New York, you just see I lived in New York 10 years. You see that's like not even a level 1 crazy in New York. That's just like a regular Tuesday afternoon.
Not even a level 1. What?
Not really. I
what?
mean, you got the Dookie man that's walking around with shit play. I mean, it gets like I've seen. You got butt naked people for no. I mean, it get real. I would say maybe it's a 0.5. I mean, I would give it a 1, maybe. All right, I give it a conservative 1. But I'm telling you, I didn't see some crazy shit in New York. Okay, and you become so like numb to it. You be like on the train and the like craziness happening next. You just be like, because you can't look.
So you can say we could just relive that "Don't Be a Mess" episode where you put some hot sauce on your foot and then I put it in my mouth. That's what you're saying? You're okay with that?
I'm saying I ain't okay with it, but I'm just saying living in New York, I've seen the most. I'm not surprised. But like, sir, no. Like, first of all, you're not even getting the toes in your mouth, probably. I mean,
no, probably not.
I would be trying to hit you with the chop, like, sir.
And the
sir.
fact is, it sounds like she just let him do it and be like, okay, whatever. That's fine. You still paying for this check,
So
right?
I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing? Meanwhile, toes. Are you putting my foot in your like, ma'am?
Come
I don't
on,
know.
son. You know you like it, baby.
She might have liked it.
Like,
She might have liked it. Are they now married as well? Like you
no, that's
never
all
know.
she said. That's all she said. Was he put his foot first date? He put his feet in my mouth. Put his feet, my feet in his mouth.
She ain't say first and last though.
Yeah,
Nah,
she
but
did it.
but like you said, when I see New York, I'm like, New York is not even a real place. The city,
What?
like anything goes on in New York. Like New York is no holds bar. Like if it was the wrestling world, this is extreme rules match. Who can do whatever the most? Yeah, especially fucking in the city, down in Midtown, downtown. It's crazy. You see anything, all walks of life.
Or the Bronx. The Bronx was, I'm like, how did I end up in the Bronx? Lord, I'm like, this is giving Baltimore. I'm not trying to be living in the same type communities I left. Like, what are you doing? Bronx was, no offense to anybody from the Bronx, but the Bronx was the Bronx. It was, and
I
I lived
love the
all over New York, but the
I love
Bronx
the
was,
Bronx. I love the
because it's
Bronx.
like because it's like a Hispanic, like Baltimore for real. Like it's very, it's giving Baltimore, but in Spanish, in Espanol. It's Baltimore in Espanol.
Yeah. Only thing I didn't like about the Bronx, when I started going up there in '06, that damn number two from McDonald's was $11 already. So I can
Oh,
imagine what the fuck
everything
it is now. I can
super
imagine what it is
surge.
now.
Just things more expensive for like no reason. Like, and why is this Auntie Annie's pretzels $7 again? Like, in $12, you go one block is $12. You go to the next block is like, all right. I don't even know how I survived living in New York for 10 years, but you just like zone out. It's like a cult. You get like sucked into the like, and it's like you
The
don't even process
masses.
information the same anymore. You just,
Yeah.
you
You
just
just
Uh,
you just get
I,
sucked into it.
yeah,
that's it.
I knew it was different when I ended up down Hunts Point. I was like, what the hell? And then I realized what was going on after I woke up. Like, oh, and I was like telling my man, D. I was telling D like, this place looked familiar. And he was like, yeah, yo, this fucking hookers at the point. I was like, I've been watching this shit all my life. Now I'm actually
At the
on the
point,
set.
on the stroll. Nicking that caddy back to the dog a bone. Like what?
Right.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
I love that show. Yo,
That niggas is stupid.
Like
Yeah,
I
that's
walked
some
into
issues.
a real life set. Like,
yeah, you like, why does this look so familiar? Have I been here before?
right.
No, then you hear the voice. No, brother, we've all been down on the stroll. Like they
Yo.
might need to bring that back. No.
Yo, I swear, our childhood would not survive with hookers at the point, taxi cat confessions, real sex, all that soft porn that was on HBO and Cinemax would not fly today on TV. Oh man, let's bring back memories.
Yeah.
You had to have something on the flashback when your mother opened the door. Flash it back real quick. What you in here watching? Oh, watching this cartoon. Soon as she leave, put it
You mean
right
through the
back on.
lines? You gotta look. See, kids don't know how they just type in the phone. All you gotta do is sneak. You have to sneak in, like,
Yeah,
then we had uncut. I mean, I just feel like we had the best
Yes,
childhood, but I could
uncut.
be.
yeah,
Yes, that was the best times. Whew, boy.
yeah. I don't know if my homeboy from Streets is watching, but he ain't had HBO, so he used to stay over my house every time a new real sex was coming on. You think, yo, can I stay over your house tonight?
Today we're
Like, put,
talking about men who like to ride the top and the bottom. Today on Real Sex, like the timelines, like the storylines, wherever used to be so obscure. Like I just, some of those images, they're just now when you say Real Sex, they pow back in, like.
yeah, I mean, you just spoke about Uncut, and what came on after Uncut was Reverend Peter Popoff.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we just watched whole bunch of slutty ass videos. Then church come on right after it. Like,
Get you right.
Uh-huh.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you like, Yo, but low key, those videos used to be. I'm telling you, they used to be rocking. Hey, look at them dollars, dollars. They used to be rocking. I'm sorry.
Listen, I know
Tell
you're
me
not
what that thing smells.
Smell like.
right. I know you're not watching Nelly, but you have the greatest video ever in the
Uh-huh.
world.
Yep. Girl must be your ass because they your face out of your tip drill. Out of your
Yeah,
tip drill.
that was the first time we saw the
Run the
credit
card
card get.
down her ass. Like you just.
Yeah.
That's it. All that was the birthplace of all the
Oh,
twerking and
man.
that was the birthplace of it. That's where it was all born on that tip drill video. Y'all got to pay homage to Nelly because he broke down some barriers for y'all now. He broke them down. He did.
We know. Hey, I can never say nothing bad about Nelly. Only thing I can say bad about Nelly is get your internet fixed, bro. That's the only thing I can say from the
Wow.
verses. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yo. Now, the verses. I know we got moved, but the verses was such a great like little snapshot in time. Like when it like really we needed it. The verses used to be like everything, and it was like I don't know. The verses was that was a good little time.
Yeah, definitely was. But this you just left here, Will. Nashville, Tennessee.
Of course. Okay.
So
Lord,
and the problem was that the date was on January 1st and everything was closed for New Year's. Now, this sounds like some
okay.
Nashville shit off the top. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, everything is closed. So
Yep.
I went to pick up my date. She suggested we just hang out at her house. Her mother started treating me like I was her future son-in-law. She took several pictures of us. The moment I walked in, her brother, who was maybe 13 or 14, just glared at me from the top of the stairs on some Michael Myers shit. Don't worry, her mother reassured me, he'll warm up to you.
Nah.
The inside of the house looked like it had been decorated by a Smithsonian curator who been fired for stealing random items. Turns out her mother fancied herself as an artist. Animal skins, license plates, farming implements, coins forming in the shape of palm trees, you name it. It was beyond electric. I was quickly ushered upstairs by the mother to watch a video my date had made for school in the 6th grade. The TV was wrapped in a zebra skin. There were 2 couches. I sat down on one next to my date. The mom plopped down on the other one and just grinned at us throughout the entire 20 minutes of awkward history class presentation. The brother sat down next to me, apparently warming up to me. 5 minutes in, my date picked up my arm and put it around her, cuddling up to me. A little forward of her, but I was okay with it. Then her brother did the exact same thing to me. The mother just continued to beam at the 3 of us with my arms around both of her kids. I never felt more awkward in my entire life. After the video, my date suggested we play pool in the basement, just the 2 of us. Things were going fine until she cornered me trying to kiss me. Fortunately, her mother called downstairs that she had cinnamon rolls ready for us, so I was saved. Or so I thought. When I got upstairs, I was handed a cinnamon roll and told I should go meet my date's father, who sat in semi-darkness at the end of a long dining room table. I kid you not. He was cleaning his gun, wearing his DEA jacket. His first question was, where had I met his daughter? Fortunately, I answered this question correctly since we had met through a religious function. Apparently, he deemed me as a nice enough guy not to kill me. Yeah, so basically, I'm leaving after it looks like a Smithsonian curator decorated this house. I'm leaving right then and there. And if I'm not leaving there, once I get upstairs and see the TV wrapped in zebra skin, I am gone.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I probably would have been okay to the point, but if you like veer upstairs and you see someone just standing there, it's time to peace out. It really is. Like I'm good. I'll just go back home and watch the countdown on TV.
Scary movie 101. Like it's getting too many like creep checks. We would have been out of there. We would have been like, you know what? I think I left my socks running. I'm gonna go. See you later, sis. Call me. No, you got to go.
You gotta go. You got
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah,
You
man.
got to go.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just weird, that
it's giving
she
Get Out. It's giving Get Out from the start.
right.
Like,
She got animal skins and license plates. Like, what are you upstairs doing? Like, why do you have animal skins in your house? But you're
what
right.
type
It's
of time
definitely
you
giving.
got that you can even do that? Like, what just, what I would love to do? Collect. No, like, nope.
Yeah,
Hey, honey, I saw this license plates on the side of the road. You want to put it up for me?
that's that's giving me jail vibes. You just got license plates in your house. This is fucking crazy. I don't even have where this story is from, but this shit blew my mind earlier. So a guy that I dated a few years ago prior resurfaced. Okay, so we spun the block
Okay.
and we clicked instantly. It was like old times, but 1,000 times better. We both picked up a little weight in between time, but that didn't stop us from rekindling the old flame. Anyway, we were inseparable, talked to each other all the time, went on wonderful dates. We were both smitten, and I was soaking up all these loving feelings. One night, he was dropping me off at home. After an amazing date, he planned a kiss on me that completely took my breath away. It was magical, and at the point, there was no turning back. We couldn't keep our hands off each other, and off to the bedroom we went. I was a ball of emotions, excited, nervous, scared, intrigued, because we had never gone that far before. We were like two teenagers as we kissed and kissed some more in between, the both of us taking off our clothes. He knew all the right spots, and I was on cloud nine. That's until he got on top of me. Size was an issue. No, I'm not talking about his penis size, because that was whatever, massively great. Apparently, the weight gain caused my man to sprout some breasts, not training bra breasts, but C cup breasts. And I was completely unprepared for that. He got on top of me and he was riding me. He was riding me. His breasts were bouncing everywhere and it freaked me out. I cried. No, seriously, I started to cry and said, I can't do this. In his mind, he thought I couldn't go on because it was too soon, but in reality, it was his breast. I couldn't focus. Vomit, to be fair. I tried to overlook his bosoms and continued to see him for a while. I just made certain I was on top or he was hitting it from the back. I couldn't deal with the thought of seeing those jugs just bouncing up and down. Hold on. Forward a couple months, I was still hanging in there and continued to date this guy. After all, I really liked him. We were both in the mood and it was on. I mean, all the way on. I mean, his neighbors heard everything on. I mean, order a new headboard because we were about to break it on. This
Okay.
dude was giving it to me so damn good that I had to look back at it. Big mistake. I turned my head to look back at this dude, and this this is when I saw him cupping and grabbing his breast like a damn woman. What the fuck, man? What you What you won't do is fuck my brains out while holding on to your breasts. That's not hot. That took the wind right out of my sails. P.S. We stopped seeing each other shortly after the breast cupping incident for other unrelated issues. I don't want no damn bosom buddy. So I like I can just see a month. That was it might have been a stud.
Yes, because it was a whole stud hiding out. She know, but see, that's how women she was. But the fact it was months and months later, sis, she was really doing like some mental aerobics, blocking that out. She probably like, no, you can't. I like it when you keep your shirt on. Like, let's just both keep all our clothes on. All right.
Here's a question: was there a title for this one?
It was called Bosom Buddy.
No, you need to change that. Change it to "You Got the Breast of Me."
Yes, Black Mother, we did have mad boobs last week because last week the lady said he had village feet as bigger than hers.
What the fuck? Oh, shit. Okay.
Not C cups, not him gripping them, not them bouncy. Like,
just so supple.
I thought she said next week he was probably gonna be looking and kissing on him. I can't. It just seemed like it was progressing. He was like, "Oh, she with it? She with it? Nah."
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little nipple play, but grabbing them, that's different. That's different.
Yo, he didn't grab me. He had him cuffed.
Say he was.
He had him cuffed like this damn soda. He just had him cuffed.
Like, wait a minute, you don't do that to my breast, like.
But
he probably had his hands on hers, and she like,
where do you said you was hitting it from the back? Where do you get time to grab your breast? He had a lot of time back there. I'm guessing.
Sometimes you could be digmatized. You ignore things you should not, but I don't know how long. I think 6 months is the max. I guess the absolute max you can ignore dangling, grabbing titties.
Oh man!
Like that. No offense to larger gentlemen, but it's the you grabbing them and gripping them and juggling them for me. Like, sir.
It reminds me of Money Talks when he was in jail and Faison took his shirt off.
Get the hell off of me! Where your shirt at?
But the whole time he's talking, you saw him kept on moving his head.
Yes. Quit playing, bro.
Oh man, this one comes from DC. This next one.
No, it's down the road.
Yeah, so I came across a woman on Facebook. Okay, how typical. That I went to middle school with, but never got acquainted with her during the school years. After running into her in public, we ended up exchanging numbers and started to text and having multiple phone conversations. She seemed like a very nice and warm-hearted Christian woman. So I was digging that tremendously, being a Christian man. Anyway, we started to spend time together, movies, dinner, and random meetups just to talk. To sweeten the pot, she would cook and bring me all types of wonderful dishes she prepared. You know, food is the way to a man's heart. So taking it slow, as I always, I eventually asked her if she was seeing or talking to anybody, in which she stated no. But her ex was trying to spin the block. I took it in stride, thinking I can see why her ex wanted to get back with her, but certain things started to make my spider senses go off. First, she didn't work, but lived in a luxury building in a nice neighborhood, drove a nice car, dressed impeccably, and was always shopping. I was like, "Who do you live with?" And she responded, "Oh, a roommate." This still didn't add up. So after much prodding for several days, she finally tells me she's married. Her roommate is her husband, who buys and pays for everything that she has, i.e. the ex was actually her husband. I said, "Don't you think you should have told me this before we went out?" I was highly upset that this woman would have me over her place, cook food, ask to go out with me, and other things, all while being married. I know some dudes don't mind dating a married woman, but I don't entertain someone else's significant others. Oh, I forgot. Have any words of wisdom, crazy or unique stories? Just let me know. That's what he just stated.
Stop dealing with her. Married woman would get you killed. It really will. We've seen it way too many times.
Oh, yeah. You want to ignore me and change the channel? I got something for your ass, Rufus. Like now you about to get somebody killed just because you trying to make Rufus jealous, ma'am. Come on now.
Yeah,
it's too much.
That was too. Oh shit! I think she went to jail on this one. Oh shit! So we got two more. So yeah, this one comes from my favorite place. They always send me these. Raleigh, North Carolina always send me shit once a week. So I met this girl online, another online story. So I met this girl online. We talked for a while. Eventually we decided to have our first meetup at a restaurant for dinner. The meetup. When I arrived, in spite of all the great pictures she had online, this chick looked quite busted. She had on a long puffy coat with absolutely no shape that looked like a damn sleeping bag. She was probably like a size 8, but had on a shirt that could fit a damn defensive lineman.
Yeah.
As I scrolled down, I noticed she was wearing jeans with zero style and running shoes that apparently went running without her. And her
like a crackhead.
And her hair looked as if she just got out of bed. In spite of her lackluster appearance, I stayed to enjoy dinner. Since I'm not very shallow and try to get to know the person, we were having a pretty good conversation until, for some odd reason, she got really quiet. We sat there in silence and she blurted out, "Oops, I pooted." What the number one, who farts at the dinner table? Number two, who farts at the dinner table and brings attention to it? Fortunately, I didn't smell everything. However, we never went out again.
Jesus.
Ma'am, Miss Ma'am.
Wow.
We gonna keep you in prayer, Miss Ma'am.
Yeah, yes, we could do.
Yeah.
Let's pray for a little prudent, Heavenly Father.
Yeah, she put it. This was my honorable mention before we go to the grand finale, because the grand finale had me in tears. So, this one, where's this one at? This one was in Philadelphia. Okay, yeah, Philadelphia. It was a Tinder date. I asked her where she wanted to go. To my surprise, she wanted to just come over. I thought it was kind of weird for the first date, but I said okay. So she came over and we played video games in my room. After a little while, I left to use the bathroom and came back to find her tucked into my bed, fast asleep. I was completely weirded out and didn't know what to do. So I just went downstairs and watched TV. Literally 5 hours later, she came downstairs and asked to use my shower. I let her because at the point I was so weirded out and kind of nervous she was going to rob me or something. I just wanted her gone without making her angry. So she took a shower and left, and we never spoke again. That's like homeless vibes right there.
I got nothing. This was a tender.
Yeah.
Do we need to have a group, a meeting, ladies? I feel like we need to have like a collective like meetup with the do's and don'ts.
So it sounds like this lady need to hook up with the other dude who got undressed real quick.
Oh, they'll be with it. Like, oh, you ain't saying nothing but a word, baby.
I get up and take a shower though after I'm done, right?
I feel like it's definitely some people we could like link up together. Like the wife, her husband probably need to go into the swingers party. I feel like we got we could do some matches on these people. Maybe they're just dating the wrong folks. You got to get somebody that's into what you into,
Yeah. Which is true. Oh man, this one right here, I hope y'all ready to laugh. I spoke to the dreaded God today and I said, yo, I have to borrow this story. And this is a real true story. And he said, go ahead, use it. I said, okay, brother, I'm going to use it. So let me take a sip because this shit going to literally have you in tears.
Is it from Baltimore?
No, the dreaded God is from Florida. He's from Florida.
Oh Lord.
Nah, it's really too many Baltimore stories I don't get. I can give you Baltimore visuals. Like shit that just happens. But he stated, I'll never forget senior year when my homeboy found our teacher on Tinder and they met and matched with her. His girlfriend found out and came up to the school and beat her ass. So we're gonna start. That's just picture that right now. Now you got to get the meat of the story. That's what's gonna happen at the end. But this is the meat. So my boy, we're gonna call him Donnell, hit me up talking about pack your bags. We made it. I'm thinking Brody didn't hit the lotto. I say, what happened? He say, I matched with Miss Bennett on Tinder. We ain't never studying again. Shit already get ready to go left. So I said, Donnell, two things. Miss Bennett, ugly as hell. You have a girlfriend, so why are you on Tinder? And you don't think that shit weird, her talking to you? This motherfucker skipped over everything I'm talking about. Nigga, that's three things, and I don't care. She got a wagon.
Jesus.
Now she got a wig.
We're going to go back to that line again. This motherfucker skipped over everything I said, talking about, nigga, that's three things, and I don't care. She got a wagon. And pause the story for a second. Now, that's every nigga in the hood story.
I was about to
that's
say
the first thing he
yeah.
brings up.
Nigga.
Fuck all that. She got a wagon, bro.
The wagon takes everything away. Like it just magically washes every fucking thing away. Like it don't matter what you say. Yo, she got a. Don't matter. She got a wagon.
You're like, what? But did you see that? But did you see all that? Hey, no,
My
like,
nigga,
no.
she on dialysis. Nigga, she got a wagon.
That means she won't have to be chilling. She don't be out in these streets. She want, sir.
No, you good. You good. So that's what he said. He said, nigga, there's 3 things I don't care. She's got a wagon. I'm thinking it's a cat. We at school the next day and lunchtime come right. This man Darnell send me his location. No words, nothing, just his location. This shit got me walking far as hell. I'm in the back of the student parking lot. I see Miss Bennett car just rocking. I'm like, nah, not at school. I creep up, peek through the window. This man just thrusting into her shit. Hold on. Ashy feet all on the window.
Miss Bennett.
What you doing, boo-boo? What you doing?
She got a wagon. Don't matter. Ashy feet. He like, this man just thrusting into her shit. I'm dead. Ashy feet all on the window. We don't know any better at this time, so I'm like, yes, sir, my boy. And see, there's always a nigga gonna pump you up knowing you shouldn't be doing this shit.
My neck. No.
Right,
nigga.
Yeah, the bell rang. I sprint the 5th period. He gonna text me talking about, you see me, my boy? I said, yeah, I seen your nasty ass. You wild as fuck. LOL. He said, we're passing everything from now on. And sure enough, we had A's and B's all semester. She was the hardest motherfucking class. So again, we young. We don't know no damn better. I'm like, yeah, shit weird and my man's cheating, but I'm passing. So this is where shit start to go left.
Of course.
The weekend, Darnell and his girlfriend at my house arguing. The man then left his phone on the dresser and she found his Tinder. Phone unlocked, shaking my head. You know cheaters be dumb. So they over at my crib and they start fighting, right? She's beating his ass, bro, like dead ass mopping him. I wanted to help him, but she was strong as shit. At one point, I was like, damn, we might have to jump her.
No,
bro, I tried to grab her and shit. And tried to grab her and she hit me with a Popeye's 3-piece extra combo biscuit, no sweet tea, and I go flying back into the wall.
Hey.
I'm like, oh nah, Darnell, we gotta shoot her.
Not shoot her.
So weak niggas.
Right.
So she finally stops, but before she leaves and says, she leaves and she says, and your bitch getting the same shit on Monday. I pick Darnell up like, bro, you dating a supervillain. How the fuck she's so strong? You better call Miss Bennett and warn her. This man said. This man says, man. She go to a different school, so ain't nothing going to happen.
Ignorant. Just ignorant.
I said, motherfucker, are you blind? You have 70 pounds on her, and she just manhandled the both of us. You think she gonna let that stop her from pulling up? Man, I couldn't sleep the whole weekend. I was praying to God this girl wouldn't show up to my school on Monday and do something crazy. Monday comes. My prayers weren't answered.
Yeah.
So Monday came. It's usually only me and 3 other people at my bus stop. But there was one extra today. They had a hoodie on, so I couldn't see the face. They got on the bus and went to the back. People knew always riding the bus, so I didn't pay it any mind. We get to school, all the kids getting off the bus. Man, something told me to just wait and see who it was. I turned around as the person getting off. This girl snatched the hoodie off, revealing her face like a goddamn serial killer. And disappears into the crowd. Bruh, I'm panicking. I'm texting Darnell, telling him, and he's not answering.
Of course not.
Bro, I don't know. I have class with him until third period. The teacher's gonna be dead by then. Third period came. I finally see him and slam him against the locker. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't get my text? He gonna say, man, you capping, that girl ain't here. Don't play like that. I said, boy, she rode my bus. That bitch crazy. This man gonna giggle and walk into class. I see we the first ones in there, and I see Miss Bennett. I say, fuck it. I slam the door behind us and start telling this bitch that I start telling this bitch that Darnell Michael Myers' ass girlfriend here. And her plans to take her out. She like, you told him? I'm like, bitch, focus. We are in danger.
Time is running out, bitch. Listen up.
Right. She took both of us out in her base form. This motherfucker isn't human. Miss Bennett talking about, I ain't worried about no little ass girl. Miss Bennett opens the door. Darnell tells me I play too much. I said, fuck it. I go to my seat. And at this point, whatever happens, happens.
You know what? I can't.
Yeah.
All the kids seated. Miss Bennett started teaching. I feel my leg rub against someone under the table. I lift up the cloth. This man girlfriend been here the whole time.
No,
she looked me dead in my eyes and says, don't say nothing or you gonna get the same shit she about to get. I look over at Darnell. He on his phone. All the kids watching Miss Bennett teach. No one's aware that fucking Thanos is beneath my table right now. She said, let me know when that bitch faced the board. I was so scared, bro. I was like, all right. Miss Bennett turned around to write some shit on the board. I look at Freddy Krueger and give her the signal. This bitch slid some brass knuckles on, sprints from under the table, clocks Miss Bennett right in the back of her head, bro. Miss Bennett fell down and the mink session starts. All the kids is like, oh shit, who that? Someone help her. The teacher or the kid. Oh, where'd she come from? Miss Bennett is dazed, but this girl is not done. She take a textbook off the table and smack her with it, bro. All the kids like, ooh, I'm like, she ain't so little now, huh? Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man, that's the end of the shit right there, man.
God.
Yo.
Who was this?
Oh no, hold on. No, I'm missing the part. Bro, tell me how one of the kids run for that emergency call button that signals the administrators. But before she get to it, Darnell's girlfriend teleported right in front of her. It gives her the 4-for-4 combo with extra sauce for the chicken nuggies.
No.
I swear to God, bro, she Kefla. I look at Darnell whole time. He looking like this, bro. Truly scum. Bro, administration never caught her. She just beat her ass and left. I don't even know how she got home. She don't drive. I like to think she had accomplices with a getaway car, but I never found out. Miss Bennett ended up transferring to a school out of state, and me and Darnell got a new teacher and failed every test and had to repeat senior year. Moral of the story, don't cheat because your girlfriend could be a super saiyan. Oh, and I'm sure y'all already know this, but she ain't leave him. And that's not the last time we had to deal with her crazy ass. but another story for another day.
Hey, yo, it's just, it's too many layers. It's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
But it all transitions back when your man told you don't fuck with her, but you just said, yo, she got a wagon.
And that was the beginning of the end. He knew.
Yeah, it's like
And
this
not
nigga.
the teacher. Ain't no cameras.
I don't know, but he was thrusting her out in the parking lot with her feet on, her ashy feet on the window.
Ma'am, what is your problem, Miss Ma'am? You might have deserved that ass whooping. I'm sorry for being in violation.
Yo, fucking, he said Thanos was under the desk.
Yo, that's the part that got me. He said Thanos under the fucking desk.
Yeah. Yo, this shit is crazy. I told you that shit is hilarious, man. That shit is fucking crazy.
I can't.
Oh God.
Sing you alright over there?
I mean, well, I did in college. Like, I fuck some teachers, but it's never going to something like that. Never, never. I had no bitch showing up with brass knuckles wanting to beat a bitch down. Like,
oh, Black Marble said that was the Infinity Gauntlet.
Hello.
Like,
hey yo. It was just a lot, but not her with the hoodie coming out. But why was she under this ninja table? Like, why was she under his table though the whole time?
Yeah, it's like you said, now there's layers. How the hell did she get in there before everybody else?
Right. If they was on it, like, how she know where to go? Like, how she maneuvering through this school like that? Like,
how she even know? Like, how she even know where the teacher was supposed to be? Really? How?
She probably was running asking, excuse me, y'all know Miss what's her name? What was her name?
Bennett.
Miss Bennett. Y'all know where Miss Bennett class is? Yeah. Like she probably was just perusing through the hallways like a menace, and it was like that way. I think it's the third door to the left.
Nah, you know, kids are stupid. They'll say anything and just be like, yeah.
She's the mind in space, though.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, that story had me in tears.
Oh, I thought I had it. Oh my goodness, I can't.
Yo, but when she said you say something, you're gonna get the same shit. You're just like, all right.
Now her whooping both day ass though. Talking about we gotta shoot. No,
you should have shot her there when she beat both your asses.
What was she giving Baby D from Friday After Next? Like she must have been a big Baby D type bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. Said, yo, you gotta shoot her. Like, oh man. Yo, that shit is fucking crazy right there.
I needed that laugh. I
think everybody needed that laugh right there.
I can't. I'm stunned. I'm stunned still.
Yo,
if you've seen this woman, we got to post. If you've seen this girl, if you see her in your neighborhood, run. She's armed and dangerous.
But you would think like there's some men and women, like men who be giving women good dick out here. They just don't want to leave for some damn reason. So it's got to be that good. He must got like a midget baby arm clocking. He has to. Cause if you gonna still beat a bitch ass to still be with him, obviously it's something going on.
And you think I'm leaving this dick? You crazy? That's how she be acting. Oh, you think you won't go get that dick to somebody else? Nigga, please. That's every argument they have. Every argument. That dick mine.
That's the
same. You gonna get a tattoo of my name on it? What?
Like, bro, I tried to grab her and she hit me with a Popeye's 3-piece combo, extra biscuit, no sweet tea, and I go flying back into the wall.
Now she teleported to the intercom though.
Yeah, hit her with a 4 for 4 with the chicken nuggets.
Nah, yo.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Donnell, when he told Donnell leave her alone, she decided to say no. She got a wagon, yo. That's the end of this.
Fuck all that.
And she probably had a wagon too. So.
Oh man, she beat all three of y'all and an extra person in the class. No, Miss Bennett went to another school out of state. She went teach out of state.
Her
That'll
damn
be the
license
last.
probably was revoked. That she was probably found her ass out. She had to get out of there.
No, Mike, I asked him if he got visuals because I can only imagine an animated story over this shit.
Not
I
the
would be in
ashy
tears.
ankles too. Not only was Miss Bennett ankles up, but they was ashy, so she was not good looking. I hope Miss Bennett ain't have a little mump to her. She seemed like she might have had a little mump to her too.
That'd be a good visual to watch on YouTube. I definitely watched that 3 or 4 times just to see the ass beating. Like just imagine the open to see you just hear wop 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 wop.
And that's when I knew I had to fuck Miss Bennett.
I had to have that ass.
Yo.
She had a wagon, my nigga. She had a wagon.
Open that shit up just like you just said, but put the Batman 1960 sound effects. Pow, Batman and shit.
Yep.
She coming through.
Pow, pow.
Oh man. Yo, that shit's fucking crazy,
That needs to
man.
be a sketch, but people not gonna believe it. It's so bizarre. Like that's how you know it's real life.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of them stories where you had to be there. Because that's some shit I could tell you and y'all too, and then go some. Well, we just told people over the internet. They probably like that shit ain't true, but that's just something where you gotta call a nigga and be like, nigga, you just had to be there.
Right, like I'm telling you, I didn't have some like you be like, I know this shit sound made up, but that's exactly how it went down. Like I'm telling you, like
Yeah,
it's so bizarre. I'm feeling like it got to be true because it's just too many layers. But how the hell? I just can't. Like she was on her super villain status for real. Like
yeah, she was.
She was.
For real, definitely.
I think that was the perfect. That was the perfect horror Halloween horror dating story of all dating stories.
Right. I mean, he just like he said, he ain't text me no words. He just sent the location. He in the school, he in the student parking lot watching her car rock. Like, she couldn't go to like a Motel 6 or nothing real quick on a lunch break.
That's what I'm like. Like you just had to get it. Like he must have showed. Donnie must have showed her like, look, Miss Bennett, like he must have showed it out. She must
because this can't be a regular public school. Because I know the public school I went to, Dumbo, motherfuckers was still walking in the building at this time of day.
Yeah, like how was all this going on and nobody knew? Like,
yeah, at least the weed smokers would have seen the shit out in the lot.
And they probably seen it was like, yo, I seen some crazy shit today, man.
I seen it, but I don't know if it was real.
Like, oh, that's why they ain't telling them niggas. I thought they was that high. Yo, I was so high. I swore this nigga done knows fucking Miss.
When I see her out the car, I just saw this wagon, nigga. This wagon.
She probably was driving a whole station wagon with the wagon.
Fuck.
Like an old ass tan wagon. That's what I imagine. I imagine them getting busy in an old ass like tan station wagon.
Damn. Oh man.
That was already foggy.
Hell yeah. But definitely next week it'll be another horror story. At the end of the show next week is about mental health. Mental health part 2 next week. With damn, I forgot the doctor name. I forgot her name. I gotta look on the schedule. But y'all know by the time y'all see me next Wednesday, she'll be coming through and talking about mental health. And then the following week, I finally got my poets. They're gonna be on here freestyling live poetry the following week after that. And I think it's the breast cancer survivor show after that. I think I gotta look at the schedule, but I know next week is mental health for sure. If you didn't see this week, it'll be up on YouTube tonight. If you want to go back last week with LaTanya Michelle, where she started dating after her husband. Oh, for y'all who watched last week, she told me when her husband died, she just took insurance out on him the week before. That's very questionable, but it's not. I'm not a detective, so her husband died, and she took insurance out on the week before. But the whole time, he was cheating on her through the whole marriage. You know what I'm saying? So this shit was crazy. You got to watch the story to understand. Like the kids didn't fuck with her, none of that. So I'm like, how could you get married to somebody and the kids don't even like you? That's crazy. So no, Ava, the artists will be here this time for real. I got phone numbers. They will be here with their snaps and all of that and mist in the air. They're going to be here telling good poetry in 2 weeks. I might even have to write a poem or something. I don't fucking know. But they're going to be here on the. But next week, we're definitely doing mental health. And I still got to get over there to sarcasm and orgasm. I know I said I was coming. Whenever you're ready, I'm coming.
I got you, bro. No problem. It's all right. It's life. It happens.
And I'll definitely find. I'll talk to the dreaded God and see if I can't get a story for over there for you. His stories are the fucking funniest, especially what he told me about the cat, the mother catfish. It's some crazy shit. You gotta. I'll retell it again one day. But thank y'all for coming again, for joining for the second annual Halloween show. I'm getting ready to try to defragmentize my brain to watch Halloween Ends again tonight to see how I can classify this as being good. But for Will, Ronetta, make sure you'll see Ronetta all over the TV, world-renowned actress. Catch Will at Sarcasm and Orgasm. But where can they catch y'all at, just in case I ain't giving the correct information out?
Miss Ronetta, go ahead.
Well, you can follow me on all the things on Instagram at Ronetta Renee, Twitter at Ronetta Renee, RONNETTARENAY. Yeah, there are all the things. Y'all follow me on IG or on Twitter, and on my IG I have all the things listed, so it's all there. Thanks for having me.
You can follow that. Yeah, I'm a fan. But A-Rod, appreciate it. Thank you for having me, bro. Everybody go ahead and follow me, Sarcasm Orgasm. That's Sarcasm 2_ Orgasm. Check out my podcast. Check out me on YouTube. I just wrapped up my first season, so yeah, it's there. You can catch me there. And if you want to get sarcastic, come over and listen. Got some dope episodes. Also dope content too. So appreciate it.
It definitely is. As long as he's not being robbed with a fish knife.
You just ain't gonna let that go. You really ain't.
That story is wild, bro. It's like 5 different layers to that story. That thing is off the chain. So,
and just like when I was on here and I told him, we were talking about it, and I forgot all about it. I really did it until we started talking about Memphis. So that story was wild. It was a wild time, but it was wild.
It was the cookies, see?
Yeah, it was. It was them damn cookies. They were so delicious. I'll go back to Mason's just to get them. But before 6, because if you out there after 6, you'll literally get robbed with a fish knife.
Sneak in there. You gotta have a little gut.
Yeah. I keep it on me all times.
Like you said, after 6 o'clock, you got to get out of Memphis.
Well, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you next time. Long as we don't run into Pop.
You be good. I mean, you roll deep. I seen you, so it's all right.
They know. What's up? What's up, nephew?
You from B-Bar, yeah. So just don't shit outside. You be good.
Hey, I attest to it.
Hey, let me hold one of them silk shirts in the back. We Gucci. We good.
Nah, and I know my brother's watching right now. Please stop trying to sell people that goddamn hard ass public school toilet paper. Nobody wants that hard ass shit. He tried to sell me a case of that shit. I don't want that hard ass toilet paper. That shit cuts your ass. I don't need. That was one of the reasons why I didn't take shits in school. Shit was so hard. Like, this is like, yo, this shit is hard when you gotta blow your nose and you cut your nose on the shit. That hard ass brown shit. Like, no, nobody wants that toilet paper, man. He's trying to sell it. So if you see him outside, just say no.
Just no to it. Nose off. I gotta put the Carmex on there, like, got the heat.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about. They get that same toilet paper out in DOC. That's the same toilet paper. Even the people that's locked up don't even want to use that shit.
Damn.
He ran into a truck. He had to come up.
Damn.
Look, if we go into another situation, y'all gonna be looking for him like, didn't you have that toilet paper? Why?
Nah, I'd rather use 1-ply. I'd rather use 1-ply than that hard ass hospital paper. Oh man, but we'll see y'all next week, same time, 8 o'clock with mental health. Mental and physical health. I forgot the name title of the show shit till I'll find out sometime this week. But mental health, I know she'll be here answering all questions about mental health, especially in this tough time that we living in, with people not having money and COVID and monkeypox and mad cow or whatever else that's going on right now. She's going to talk about it all next week. So we'll see you definitely next week, 8 o'clock, same time, HBCUL Lounge Network on YouTube for myself and my two lovely guests that came through and chopped it up for the Halloween show. If they let me do it, I might do one on Monday because who's playing on Monday Night Football? Shit, who knows? But I'll come back and do another one.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But other than that, y'all, good night.
Good night.
Good night. God bless. Y'all take care.